And what is up, all moviegoers? TCT and Elizabeth Pinky Squirrel back again. And today we have another movie that we're going to see. But before we get started, I want to send a shout out to Ice Shaker, guys. Get on into the link in the description below and get your very own Ice Shaker today. Help support the channel. We're going to keep that short and brief. What are we going to see today, Pinky?
Jurassic World?
Jurassic World Rebirth. Well, it's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, guys, I've seen every one of these movies, and she has too.
Yep.
We're going in this one with low expectations because the last two were trash.
With the giant bugs?
Oh, my God.
No, thank you.
No, like I said in one of my previous reviews, if I had to give like a ranking, Jurassic Park #1, I really loved the first Jurassic World.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was great. Even though it's all CG, I thought it was a fantastic story. I thought it was beautifully done, fantastic story. They did a great job. They had no plan afterwards. They just went and did their thing. It's exactly what they did with Star Wars.
Yeah.
But this time it was Universal that did it, not Disney.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali are starring in this. There's a couple of scenes from the book in this that I'm curious to see. And I'm excited. I know we're all going to be listening out for the John Williams score.
So, yes, they did say they incorporated it.
They incorporated the John Williams score. I've heard mixed reviews about this. Guys, I have no high hopes for Jurassic Park ever. I just want to go in and see fun dinosaur action. Mm-hmm. If the story's meh, I'm not going to care. We're not going here for the story. It's like when you go see Godzilla. We're not going here for the story.
Kong.
Or Kong. We're not going for the story. We're going to see the dinosaurs. We're going to see what they do, who gets killed. Your basic bad guys are going to get killed. We all know that. But I'm here to let you know that I'm not expecting much other than just to have fun.
Yes.
So we'll let you know whether it's good and it's worth checking out in the theater. Dominion, I went to see that in the theater and I had a horrible time in that.
I saw that at the drive-in.
It was awful. It was such Dominion, and I'm glad they're doing another one, at least to get the bad taste out of everybody's mouth. Hopefully this doesn't leave another bad taste. So let's go in. And we're meeting our friend Travis. You guys remember him, our friend Travis Dean. We're meeting him, and he's really excited about this too. I'm wondering what he's going to say about it, if he says anything on the review at all. But we'll see. We'll see what he says, and we'll see what we say.
What the hell are those? They're helping the mosasaur defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
Alright guys, here's Travis.
What's going on?
We just got out of Jurassic World Rebirth. What did you think?
I liked it. It's definitely better than the last one.
The last two.
It's
better than the last two.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I thought that the main one at the end, I thought was very interesting twist.
The D-Rex.
Yeah. It was, and like you said, I liked how the ending.
It's the same. David Cupp, who wrote the original Jurassic Park, wrote this as well, directed by Gareth Edwards, and it ends pretty much the same, doesn't it?
It was like a lot of Easter eggs, kind of.
A lot of them. Yeah. Especially with the gas station scene.
Yeah.
Like everything that you see in there is, you can definitely tell he had his stamp on it.
Definitely. It felt more like the originals, I felt like, anyways. So.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start, right?
Yeah.
But it picked up.
Yeah, but it picked up. It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to do our review later. So, check you later, man.
Yep.
All right, guys, we are back home, and we just finished with Jurassic World Rebirth. But like I said, before we get started, get on into the description and get your very own ice shaker. These things are great, especially for the 4th of July and especially for the summer. So get on into the link in the description, help support the channel, and get your very own ice shaker. Jurassic World Rebirth. You guys just heard from our friend Travis Dean. Elizabeth, what did you think of Jurassic World Rebirth?
I liked it.
So did I. It starts off really slow.
But I kind of liked the way it started.
Yeah, but I was getting a little annoyed by some of the jokes. But by the end of the movie, they were popping. The jokes were popping. They were doing really well. There was one joke in the middle in particular that I think everybody in the theater was like, "That's a little dirty for a Jurassic Park or a Jurassic World movie." But it kind of made me sad because it was the only time we saw this type of dinosaur in the movie.
I know.
And it's probably my favorite part of Jurassic Park. I'll go ahead and tell you in a few minutes. But what did you think of Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali?
I was impressed.
You was impressed.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson didn't seem like a girl boss in this. Like, she was getting her ass kicked too.
Yeah, she kind of pushed back, but then...
Yeah, she was getting tore up too.
It was balanced.
Good.
Yeah.
She felt kind of like Julianne Moore did in the Lost World. She was kicking a little ass, but she was also getting her ass beat a little bit.
Both ways. Yeah.
It was going both ways. Mahershala Ali, he was good. He kind of a little bit of a comic relief at the very beginning, but by the end, he had a beautiful scene at the end.
Oh my gosh, people clapped.
People clapped at that. You could definitely tell David Koepp, the original writer of Jurassic Park,
Oh yes.
who also wrote Jurassic World Rebirth. He had his stamp all over this movie. A lot of callbacks. Now, I'll say this before we get into those callbacks. I will say that if you've never seen Jurassic Park or never seen Jurassic World, this is a standalone film.
Yeah, it gives you all the information you need.
It does, but there's information from the previous films loaded throughout here, but they don't really say what it is. They just show you, or they somewhat tell you in a small subtext of what happened previously, but they don't mention anything to do with Chris Pratt's character or Bryce Howard's character. Nothing. Nothing. Basically, what this is the dinosaurs are living near the equator. And they're going to get I guess it's the blood of of three specific dinosaurs. One of them's like a pterodactyl. I can't remember the name, but the other one would be the Titanosaurus, which we should know that because we're Power Ranger fans.
Yes.
And which the Titanosauruses are like just giant brachiosauruses with huge long tails, and they're great. Scene. And then the what's the one in the water? The Manosaurus. The Manosaurus, I believe that's what it is. The one that swims that everybody loves.
It looks like a megalodon.
Yeah, but I think they call it the Manosaurus. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that scene is when the movie really started for me. I was bored out of my mind for the first half an hour.
I could tell.
And I was just like, I was trying to get into the characters. I could not until that family showed up. There's a family that's meshing with our stars throughout the entire movie. Yeah. It works.
I thought it was going like Perfect Storm, and then I got surprised.
It works. Now we all know who's going to die in this movie. I was picking them out. I was like, that one's going to die. That one's going to die. There was one I picked out to die that actually surprised me. He didn't, and he kind of had a little bit of a redemption. It was the girl's boyfriend.
Yeah, he kind of grew on me.
He grew on me too. He did a great. I was really annoyed when he come out of that boat. Yeah. I don't want to give too much away for those who haven't seen it. It's still a fresh movie. But this was really well executed, I would say. Your mid-level monster movie.
I think it was mixed really well.
It was mixed really well. It's not better than Jurassic Park. I'm just going to tell you that now. Jurassic Park is still the GOAT.
But it wasn't trying to be.
And that's what I liked about it. It wasn't really trying to be. It's your mid-tier level Jurassic World meets Jurassic Park movie. There were some callbacks to Jurassic Park with the banners at the beginning.
See, I pointed that out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's basically in every movie now.
I know.
Like in Jurassic World, the kids find the original site and take the banner and burn it and use it as a torch.
I know.
Which I love that, by the way. Like you guys know that my original rankings were Jurassic Park. Then I liked Jurassic World better than I did Lost World. Yeah. So I did Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, then I did Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and then those crappy other ones. The what was the Fallen Kingdom, and then the worst one, which is Dominion. I think.
Yeah, I didn't
Thank God they made another one.
No bugs.
Thank goodness they made another one. Could they end it here? Yes.
Yes.
They could. But they're not gonna.
No.
The judging by the theater we were in tonight, this movie's gonna make a lot of money, and I'm here for it. I love dinosaur movies if they do them right. There were some scenes in this movie where it's like, okay, you know this person's gonna die, that person's gonna die. They got the music mixed in, but it really picked up when the Manosauruses were attacking the boat. And it shows you Scarlett Johansson is not Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow. What am I saying? I'm marveled out.
I know.
I'm like you guys. I'm very marveled out. Like, I'm gonna get them confused now because there's so much. Like, Marvel needs to slow down a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Scarlett Johansson is not Black Widow in this. She's very human in this.
She's vulnerable.
And she's vulnerable, and she almost died a couple times. She didn't die, by the way. I'm just gonna tell you that. Mahershala Ali, we'll let that story be told. Let's just put it that way. But there was some scenes in this movie where I'm like, damn, the special effects.
Oh my gosh, the opening with the red light. That was so awesome.
Yeah, they stole that from Godzilla, though.
Okay.
Did you see the original Godzilla from, what was it, 2014? When Bryan Cranston had to leave his wife in that chamber when the red smoke was coming.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me a lot of that. For each his own, you know. They took a lot from other like dinosaur movies,
there was a lot of reflection work.
A lot of reflection work.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's good. David Cup, you did a really good job of capturing a new story. Meanwhile, you basically just took your old formula and you ran with it with new characters. Because I'm going to tell you this, there's a scene at the very end of the movie, kind of like there is in all the movies. There's always everybody gets together and they have to fight just this massive load of dinosaurs that's coming at them. Like we saw it in Lost World with the raptors. We see it in Jurassic Park with the raptors and the T-Rex. We see it in Jurassic Park 3 with the raptors, the Spinosaurus, who they do make a return in this, the Spinosaurus aegypticus. And they had some good kills. There was a lot of we can't show this kill, and I didn't really like that. Like there was a lot of kills that happened off screen. There was 2 kills that happened off screen at the very beginning, like where you just see someone get dragged and then they get dragged. You don't see them get chomped. Like I want to kind of see them get chomped. You see one guy get ripped apart though.
You were
a little disappointed.
You're still in Jaws mode though.
No. Because if you watch the scene in the Lost World Jurassic Park where the guy is trying to run in the door in San Diego. He's trying to run in the door and the T-Rex grabs him. He's like, no, oh God. He's chewing him up as he drops him. You can show that. But it's like they watered it down for kids today thinking those kids are stupid. And I don't like when studios do that. Guys, you can show people getting ripped up. I mean, you showed the lawyer getting like in the first one.
Yeah.
Then the dude Eddie in the second one, he's trying to shoot him while he's trying to save the RV, right? In Lost World,
right. And
he gets torn apart by the mom and the father.
Yeah.
Like right there.
I remember.
Don't tell me you can't show that. They didn't show that a lot in this. That was one of my gripes is when you see a Jurassic Park death or a Jurassic World death, you want to see the death. You saw it at the end with one person. And we're here for it.
I like the way they displayed the teeth.
Yes. More teeth. That's been the theme for
was
Jurassic
a lot
World.
of
We need
more
a
teeth.
lot of more teeth.
They got creative. I thought.
Oh yeah, they basically created a bunch of kaijus in a lab. What they call it, the D-Rex.
Yeah.
That's what and that's not an original name. I mean, but I will say I like David Kep had his stamp where you seen a lot of the original creatures. You saw the Dilophosaurus again. You saw the compies again.
What were the little ones?
The compies. You You saw the Compies again. You saw the Dilophosaurus again. You see the Spinosauruses again, even though he didn't write that in the original Jurassic Park. Really made the Titanosaurus scene feel like the Brachiosaurus scene that they did in the original Jurassic Park. They played the music and everything just like they did when you first see the first Brachiosaurus in Jurassic Park.
Yep.
And they did the entire musical score and everything.
I like that part.
Well, but it also shows you that the same writer wrote this movie. Like, here's the oohs and ahs. Like, Jeff Goldblum said it the best in A Lost World. First it starts, ooh, and then there's running and screaming.
Yes.
And that's what it's for.
It's the romanticized image. And then everybody gets eaten.
And they even brought up his line, your scientists were so preoccupied whether or not they didn't stop to think that they should.
Yes.
They brought that back. Like, they brought that kind of back in the middle of the movie during one of the monologues.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, like, why would they even, like, they're like, well, the attraction is like, how about you just leave them alone? I mean, yeah, you can do it, but why should you do it?
Why?
Like, they were making all that up. It's like, yeah, that's what Jeff Goldblum literally said in the first one. It's still the same writing. There's still the same thrown away. They didn't copy and paste it like they did with Twisters. I was explaining that to Travis Dean. Twisters was a copy and paste movie. I'm just
What was the doctor's name again?
Which doctor?
The guy with the glasses.
See, I can't remember. It's still too fresh for me.
Because it was a callback to Spielberg.
Yeah, it's a callback to Spielberg, yes. But it's also a callback to John Hammond. Because this guy is in love with dinosaurs. So they couldn't have John Hammond there because, the actor's dead.
No.
But they had this guy. Every time he saw a dinosaur, he was just, and then he was a badass himself. Like, he was brave.
He was the nerd, and I loved the way he grew.
But at that shows it was good. It was very well written. Even though it was a middle of the tier story, it's like,
it was way more thought out.
It was very Anaconda Hunt for the Blood Orchid. And you guys, if you lived around 2004 and saw that movie, they were on an expedition to get stuff from a flower to create medicine. That's pretty much what we're doing here, right? We're getting stuff out of dinosaurs, out of the pterodactyls, the titanosauruses, and the manosauruses, to create medicine that would help someone's heart, right? Well, they did that in Anaconda's Hunt for the Blood Orchid, another expedition movie. Right. They took a lot from previous expedition movies, things that I noticed.
Well, I told you we were waiting for Arnold Schwarzenegger to show up.
Well, do you remember what I told you and Travis in the theater that I loved about the doctor? I know his name now because it just hit me. What's the doctor's name now?
I couldn't.
What's the doctor's name? Henry.
Yeah.
Do you know why I said that was so significant? Because we're on an exhibition in the jungle. What was Indiana Jones's name?
Henry.
Henry Jones Jr.
But what was this doctor's last name?
I don't know. I can't remember that. But
Loomis.
I remember it was... Oh, it was Loomis. Okay.
That's what...
okay.
That's why I was like,
because, guys, things are still fresh in my head. I'm not going to pick it up. Do I want to watch this movie again? Absolutely. Yes. This one is... Look, I'm just going to be honest with you. I haven't watched Dominion since I saw it in the theater a couple years ago when it came out. I hated it that much. No. I won't even watch it on TV. I'll flip right through it. Same with Fallen Kingdom. I did not like Fallen Kingdom. I will not watch it on TV. I will watch Jurassic World all day long. That is a great Jurassic Park movie. I'll watch the other three all day long. Those are fun movies. Even though they weren't all great, they were fun movies. But Jurassic Park is still the king. And basically, the criticisms that I've heard are they're trying to copy Jurassic Park. No, they're not. They use the same formula. Yeah. It's not a copy and paste movie. They use the same formula, the oohs, the ahs, and then the running and screaming. Mm-hmm. So the formula that I was talking about earlier, the gas station scene.
Yes.
David Koepp, who wrote the scene between, what was the brother? It was Timmy and Lexi. Timmy and Lexi in the original Jurassic Park. Lex and Timmy. Oh. That was the brother and the sister's name that Alan Grant was protecting. Right. They were running from the raptors in a kitchen.
Right.
Right? They redid that scene verbatim in this movie inside of a gas station.
You know what it felt like to me? Tremors.
Yes. And speaking of the girl that played Lexi, she played Mindy in Tremors.
No, but that scene with this... Oh, yeah, I did. It was Tremors.
Yeah, it was very Tremors, but even the scene like where, you know, Lexi was trying to bait the raptor with the pulling door or whatever, the little girl crawls into the refrigerator, puts the coat up so that it can see a reflection of itself. That's a callback to what Lexi did,
Yes.
right? And then you remember when Timmy grabs a spoon, ding, 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 ding. The dad grabs a can and throws it across the gas station to get him off the little girl. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. And I like it because it shows that it's the same writer. He's leaving his stamp.
Oh yeah.
But he's not doing it in a way that's going to annoy people that have never seen the movie. You know, I wasn't annoyed. I was actually like, oh shit, they're doing the same thing.
I was having fun identifying the Easter eggs.
It was fun for me because we've seen those movies.
It kind of felt like Where's Waldo.
Yeah, Where's Waldo? But like I was saying before, if you've never seen Jurassic Park and you watch that scene, you're gonna be like, oh, that was awesome. Wow, how smart, how cool, how fun. But if you've seen Jurassic Park, you're gonna get an appreciation for that scene. You're gonna be like, oh, that's the same scene. Then there's a scene from the book that was probably the best scene in the movie when they were trying to get away from the T-Rex on the raft. That was the best scene in the whole damn movie.
That was my favorite teeth scene.
Yes, and
the teeth in the raft. Oh my god!
So that's when you see the Dilophosaurus, and then the Dilophosaurus runs away. Now, I was saying the first time when they fell into a T-Rex's lair or nest because they're like, "What's that smell?" Yeah. And they were doing that in previous movies when the carcasses were eaten up and laying around. You could see the flies and everything. And I knew there was a T-Rex around because I knew we were getting to that raft scene that we saw in the trailer.
And the little guy ran away.
Now, I'll say this: that girl was brave, man. She was scared out of her mind. And then we need to talk about your favorite little dinosaur, Dolores,
the licorice-eating dinosaur.
Yeah, so she basically looks like Sarah from Land Before Time.
Yes.
Same exact look. They appealed to the kids with this one. It was alright. For me, it was alright. For her, she loves it. It's like a cat.
The kids? I guess I'm a kid.
Well, no, it's like a cat, though. It's like a cat, and of course, she's cat lover, just like we are, just like I am too. Yeah, I'm a dog and cat lover now. I was a dog lover. Now I'm a cat lover because we have one upstairs. Yeah. So you can definitely be best of both worlds. But I will say, I thought we were going to get a lot more with Dolores.
I wanted more,
and we didn't. And I'm glad for that because they didn't shove Dolores down our throat, which Disney would have. Disney would have been like, buy this. But Universal was like, oh, let's just introduce this character. It doesn't need to be there, but we think it might be fun for the little audience that are sitting in the theater with their parents, right? Getting scared and everything. So we need some kind of relief for these little children. Yes. And that was very, very well done for me.
I appreciated when she showed up.
Yeah, when she showed up. Plus, we already knew she was going to be there because we were watching videos at Universal. Yeah. You could buy the backpack with the dinosaur in it. And I'm like, okay, the dinosaur is definitely going to be in the movie. I
was going to have to watch out for
and then the little girl started acting like Dora. You know, like walking around. It's like, okay, I'm in the jungle now. I got a little dinosaur in my backpack. I'm ready to go.
But then she turned awesome.
And then, so it was cool. But no, so this I want to get back to the scene with the T-Rex and the raft. A lot of people do not like the ending of that. We were listening to him coming out in the hallway. You were a little behind me and Travis. There was a group that was exactly what I said. I go, so the T-Rex bites this raft and it doesn't pop.
Yeah,
I said that's a pretty strong raft. That was my words to Travis and to Liz. That's a pretty strong raft. When we walked out, at least two groups were saying that scene was great and it ended stupid because that raft should have popped. It shouldn't have popped back up out of the water. Because he grabs the raft and just in his teeth and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's basically saying, well, the T-Rex teeth ain't that sharp.
It was kind of too much humor.
Yeah. They did. So whoever did that, shame on you. That was bad. But whoever directed the scene and did the scene,
the little girl was amazing.
Was terrifying. Like
Bravo to her.
Well, the little girl was amazing, but I think the teenage daughter was equally as terrifying when she was trying to sneak around to get the raft while the thing was sleeping.
And then she
and then she's like,
And then
but she's trying to stay quiet.
Did you see? They were showing it as stickers.
Yeah.
And it says you see one at a time, and then finally you see the one. Don't inflate in water.
Yeah.
Only inflate on land. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh.
So I like that she's. It shows this girl is smart. So when the thing inflates, she stands it up so that way she's out of view. And then you see the T-Rex like while it's sleeping, it wakes up really quickly. And then when when the raft falls down, the T-Rex is gone. You're like, where'd it go? It went around.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Fun. It went around. And it was getting a drink of water. So she had to kind of sneak it through the water so they couldn't be seen. Of course, we knew the T-Rex is going to turn around at some point.
It turned around.
And you were asking me earlier, how can a T-Rex swim? It can push itself. It can kind of glide, especially if it's not deep water. It's a little river. So it's probably pushing itself with its feet across.
With little arms.
Yeah, with the little arms. Yeah, it can glide though. It can, it's got a tail. It can a big neck. It can glide like in the water. Well, the big neck can definitely help it swim.
Kind of like a shark.
Yeah, kind of like a shark, but I thought the scene was great. When we'll get to this one now. The boyfriend when he had to go to the bathroom, that was the scene that made everybody laugh.
Oh my gosh!
Because he's peeing on a tree, and all of a sudden you see two velociraptors come behind him, and he doesn't even know they're there. And I'm looking at Liz, I'm like,
and then I pointed at the other one, and
I'm like. Because the Velociraptor is my favorite dinosaur. Yes. Anybody ask what my favorite dinosaur is, it's the Velociraptor. I love the Velociraptor. Right? Very sad that we didn't get any more of them in the movie.
No.
That's the only time we see the Velociraptor in the movie. And it was a great scene. Because they were coming up to snap him while he was peeing. And then all of a sudden one of the pterodactyls came in and attacked him. And he hears it. And he's like he doesn't want to turn around. He's frozen. Like it scared the piss out of him. So he started peeing again, and the entire crowd started laughing. He's like, "Okay, I got to get out of here now." But it was great.
Very fun.
We had a fun time with this. Good popcorn movie. Yeah. Is it a bad movie? No. Will I watch it again? Yes. What are we gonna say about the end of it?
I was pleased.
Now. I will tell you that if you guys have seen the original Jurassic Park, you're going to notice an extreme similarity with the way it ends. With the piano,
I like that part. I thought that was a good callback.
You got Hammond looking at his little embryo like in the sap. And then you have Lex and Timmy sleeping in Alan Grant's arms while the piano's playing. And then Dr. Hardy is looking, not Harding, but what's her name?
I don't remember.
What's Laura Dern? I know Laura Dern's name, but what's her name in the movie? Okay, forget about it. Anyway, she's looking across at Alan Grant, and you hear the piano playing, and then they turn and smile, and then they look, and there's a flock of birds flying off, and so in this one, similar. Yeah. You're gonna notice similarities. I'm not gonna tell you everybody makes it out. Well, a lot of people die.
They're dinosaurs. What do you expect?
Yeah, but you just heard me say that it's sort of a similar ending to the first one. So there must be a happy. Not really. Yes and no. They do a good job of being like, is there going to be another one? We'll see. There's no cliffhanger.
No.
There's no cliffhanger.
No.
I didn't stay to see if there was a post-credit scene, so I don't know and I don't know why there would be. No. They should never do that unless they actually have a plan going forward. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where they did well with this. They didn't show a plan going forward, so I pray to God they take their time if they want to do another one. Take your time, Universal. Don't rush another one out just because it made money. The feeling of want of dinosaurs is that the want of dinosaurs is still there. That we want more teeth is still there.
Don't Avenger us out with dinos.
Don't do that. If it has to be 3 years, write it out. Finish the script. Take a lesson from James Gunn. Finish the script.
Yes.
Don't be like, okay, we need to get this out by next year, and then end up giving us a piece of trash like we did with Fallen Kingdom. Like, look, I did not like Fallen Kingdom. No. I wanted to like Fallen Kingdom. I was trying to like Fallen Kingdom, and I did not like Fallen Kingdom. Then I was like, well, Dominion, the dinosaurs are going to be roaming the earth. That might be interesting. No, it was a movie. It was a movie about locusts.
I didn't like it.
And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? This is how you're going to end it, and you're going to have the original cast in here, and you're going to end it this way? I don't like that.
No.
With bugs? You're going to have Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, Sam Neill, all these guys in here, and you're gonna end it with bugs.
That was terrible.
No.
No.
Absolutely not. So, what do you give this out of 10, honestly? Be honest about it, because you have to take the other movies into consideration.
I'll give it an 8.
Give it an 8? I'm going to put this one... Do I like it more than Lost World and Jurassic Park? I love Lost World, Jurassic Park. I'm going to put this right behind Lost World, in front of Jurassic Park 3. I love Jurassic Park 3. I think this is better than Jurassic Park 3. That's going to be controversial of me to say. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. She's going to give it an 8. Like I said, it's not a perfect movie. Like Jurassic Park is a perfect movie.
Yeah.
There's some problems with it because it's aged now. But back when it came out, that was like you've never seen anything like it.
I'm still impressed by it.
Yeah, but you've never seen anything like it. Did we see any practical effects in this? I don't think we did. I think it was all CG.
I don't know. The raft part with the little girl may have been.
No, I'm talking about dinosaur wise. Because the other two movies did practical effects with the heads and stuff. I don't recall seeing anything practically done in this movie.
It was really hard to, if any. Well,
like we know the Titanosauruses and the pterodactyls were fake.
Maybe the red one in the beginning was animatronic head.
No, that was
Definitely
100% CG. I don't mind the CG if they do it right, and they did it right.
That was right.
They did it right. The D-Rex looked like a kaiju that Superman was ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? It looked cool. It looked fun. It looked interesting. Buy it on your shelves at Walmart because it is there. I went to Walmart the other day and I saw the thing there. And I was like, "What is that?" Now I know it's the D-Rex, which I hate that name. Like they're like. We had the Indominus Rex, which I like that name better in the original Jurassic World. But the D-Rex design looked cool. I just don't like the name. Give it.
Yeah, it's kind of.
What is it going to be? Dilophosaurus Rex? Because they already have a Dilophosaurus, but I don't know. What are you guys going to call it other than D-Rex? Like the
Dolores Rex.
No, not Dolores. No. Not Dolores.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I don't know. Anyway, we had a good time with it.
Fun.
Like I said, it's not perfect. You're going to see a lot of similarities to the original Jurassic Park. Gareth Edwards did a great job directing it. Mm-hmm. I think he did really well. It's a very middle of the road movie. You're going to be bored during some scenes. Yeah, I was bored for the first half hour.
There were some scenes where I'm like, there are too many humans in this scene. Can we move on?
Yeah, and there was a lot of talking. Yeah. But when the dinosaurs are on the screen, you're entertained.
I was happy.
And that's where they failed in the last two, I think. Yeah. They didn't entertain me. Because the story was so bad that I didn't care what the dinos did. This story was fine. They took a normal story of we need to get their blood and get off the island. Simple. Keep it simple, and it works. Mm-hmm. And it worked. It did a good job. So, like we said, you gave it an 8. I give it a 7.5. If you guys want to go see Jurassic World Rebirth, go out and see it. Very sad it wasn't in IMAX, but
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We saw it. We had a good time. Are we going to watch it again? Probably when it comes out. Oh. Am I going to theater to see it again? No. I might go to theater to see Superman again because that's next, guys. Superman is next.
I'm stoked.
I'm very excited for Superman. And are we going to do Fantastic Four?
I'm debating.
Okay, so we don't know yet if we're going to do Fantastic Four. If you see it, great. If not, then we didn't go see it. But we are definitely doing a review for Superman.
Definitely.
So we have our IMAX 3D ticket. We're going to see that in 3D. Ready. It was shot in IMAX. I know the 3D is going to be fine because I saw Man of Steel in 3D. We're ready for Superman. So guys, Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, this is TCT and Pinky Squirrel. And a special thank you to our friend Travis Dean for joining us today. And I hope he gave you guys his thoughts. He kept it quick, but really appreciate him doing that. He's gotten much better with that, though. Guys, if you want to see him in more stuff, he did our Terrifier 3 review. And a long time ago, he did It Chapter 2 with me. So get on and check those out. And as always, it's TCT and Pinky Squirrel signing off. We'll see you again on the next movie review.